شما گوش کن به حرفای شیخ Abdul Bashir. And you tell Lady America that I don't love her anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Tehran, Iran, the Middle Eastern Nightmare, Sheik Abdul Bashir.
I don't think you could find two individuals who are more diametrically opposed than the man who just spewed his anti-American rant, Sheik Abdul Bashir, and his opponent this week on Impact, Consequences Creed. Very little, if any, common ground between the two, especially when you factor in the history of Bashir screwing Creed out of the X Division title.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, Consequences Creed.
Well, we all know about the incredible athletic ability of Consequences Creed, but we have learned so much about the personality, the integrity, the moral fiber of this young man during our in-depth rough cut segments. And can there be more of a difference in fan reaction and fan interaction here at the Impact Zone than we see from Consequences Creed and his opponent tonight, Sheik Bashir?
I'll tell you something, this rivalry with Sheik Abdul Bashir is the best thing for Consequences Creed, because it allows this country to really get behind this young man. And like you said, it's such a great story. He personifies what professional wrestling is all about, and he's so easy to root for. But how great is it for him to know that no matter where he goes here in America, they're going to get behind him for the way he stands up against Prince Abdul Bashir.
And tonight, this matchup on Impact between Creed and Bashir is a #1 contenders bout. The winner will go on to our No Surrender pay-per-view in a title matchup against Petey Williams, Maple Leaf Muscle.
Well, you might not like his ways, but you know that saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well, that's all that Abdul Bashir has done. He's just complained and moaned and bitched to anybody out there that would listen to him. And one thing about it, because Jim Cornette and everybody else wants to see this guy get handed it to him in the ring, he's now got himself a chance to work his way into the X Division Championship.
Check out Bashir, big backdrop suplex and the quick cover on Creed. Referee Shane Sewell down for the near fall. Tomorrow night, Friday night at 1 a.m. on Spike TV, you've got to watch Game Trailers TV, a special episode dedicated to TNA Impact, the video game. Top TNA stars including Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe. Check out the first downloadable wrestling personalities ever and find out about the background of a sinister new character in story mode. It's all on Game Trailers TV tomorrow night, right here on Spike.
I mean, it's such an exciting time. Next week, the TNA Video Game Impact will be available. Great time here in TNA, and you won't want to miss it because it is absolutely fantastic.
Consequences Creed tries to get a comeback rolling here, but look how quickly Bashir cuts him off, grabs him by the head, tries to throw him into the top turnbuckle, but now Creed turns it around on Bashir.
Nice counter there, nice punch, and look at it again. As Consequences Creed looks like he's still trying to get his bearings, but that's how you do it. Put that elbow right there in the face, knock him down again, and you can just see that confidence level rising.
The series of shots has Bashir rocking. Gonna drop down, do the splits, and then nail him with a big right hand directly on the jaw.
One,
Cover
two.
and no! Boy, just that close. Consequences Creed almost became the #1 contender for the X Division title and almost got the title shot at No Surrender.
Well, you go, oh, nice move there, how he does that somersault right into that clothesline. 1, 2, oh, so close again. You can see, though, referee Shane Sewell letting Creed know only 2.
Creed gonna charge out of the corner. Oh boy, committed himself in midair.
Roll up.
Bashir takes advantage. He's ready to go, and he got the 3 count.
Here's your winner, Sheik Abdul Bashir.
The Sheik has been talking about winning the TNA X Division title, and he just took a huge step. Sheik Abdul Bashir gets the win over Consequences Creed, and he will go on to No Surrender and a shot at the X Division title.
Well, you can see Consequences Creed pleading with the fans as they're all yelling there at referee Shane Sewell explaining what happened. And you can see right here, Abdul Bashir got the feet on the ropes. No way could referee Shane Sewell see it.
And you can see right there that the referee has called for a restart in this match. We're starting over from square one. That pin by Sheik Abdul Bashir has been thrown out.
Well, the fans were obviously super convincing there. Shane Shaw restarts this match, and you can see Creed trying to pull him down. And look at Bashir holding on to the referee. Just anything for Leonard. He just kicked his hands up.
And Creed gets the win.
Consequences, Creed.
Oh, startling turn of events here on Impact. Sheik Abdul Bashir thought he was in line for the title shot at No Surrender. The fans and Consequences Creed lobby with the referee. You see the restart of the match. Creed takes advantage, and now it's Consequences Creed. You can see him motioning. He wants that title belt. He gets the shot against Petey Williams for the X Division gold at No Surrender.
Oh, and look at that expression in Bashir's face. As you know, he's going to be yelling at referee Shane Sewell here, putting the finger in his face. Oh, man, he put his hands on him again, and doing that probably would cause Shane Sewell to kick his hands off the ropes in the first place.
Well, the Sheik is absolutely livid, and the TNA referee is doing anything and everything within his power to try and calm down this situation, even to the point now you see Bashir's asking him to go ahead and take a punch, and Shane wants nothing to do with that.
Well, he's trying to goad him into it, but look at Shane Sewell here, just keeping calm. That's what you've got to do, trying to calm down. Oh! Just slapped him in the face, and that's just going too far. Can't believe the arrogance of this guy.
That is a point. Well, wait a minute. What is this?
Look at Shane Shaw. He just teed off. Knife edge chops, and now look at these punches. He's going absolutely berserk. He's had enough. That's just what Bashir does to you. He just drives you crazy.
Whoa.
What a back body drop.
TNA referee Shane Sewell just clotheslined Sheik Abdul Bashir over the top. Do you believe it?
I mean, you got to give this guy credit. He tried. He tried to avoid this confrontation, but once it happened, he wasn't holding back for a second.
And TNA referee Earl Hebner in to do his best to try and calm down Shane Sewell, absolutely on fire. To the back, Jeremy Borash standing by with Kevin Nash.
You know, Kevin Nash, for the last 6 months, there is no doubt you have been a tremendous mentor, guidance counselor, if you will, for Samoa Joe. But after last week's matchup between you and Kurt Angle, the very Achilles heel that a lot of people say Samoa Joe has, he loses his temper, he can't control his emotions. Seems to me like after watching last week's matchup, that was actually you, Kevin.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I didn't practice what I preach. And I was trying to motivate Joe. I was trying to show him, you know, how to get the job done. And in essence, yeah, I fractured a 6-month relationship. And I don't know. I'm hoping I can get it back.
Well, we heard what Samoa Joe had to say earlier tonight. Sting's in the building as well. My question for you is this. Is there time? Can you diffuse this situation? Can you still talk to Joe?
I mean, I'd like to, but after what happened, I just don't think Joe's going to listen to me. But, you know, Jeremy, I've listened to what Sting says, and there's a lot of truth in what he's been talking about. So hopefully if Joe doesn't listen to me, maybe, just maybe he'll listen to Sting.
We're working on TNA Impact, having a good time. So I'm going to make sure that there's one thing that you know when you're playing this game, is that Joe is going to kill you.
TNA Impact, the video game, in store September 9th.
If you haven't experienced TNA Live, this is your chance to cross the line. Because tomorrow night, TNA returns to Westbury, New York. Saturday night, TNA invades the Manhattan Center. And on Sunday, TNA will roll into Albany, New York. And don't forget, TNA Live is coming to a city near you. And on October 12th, TNA Wrestling will become untouchable. On the biggest night in company history, TNA is bound for glory. And it's live at the Sears Center in Chicago.
Now let's go to Lauren with the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated.
Beer Money, Jade Storm, Robert Roode. I understand you guys have a huge announcement to make.
Huge announcement? This is huge. They've saved the best for last, Lauren. It has just been announced that the Cowboy James Storm and yours truly, Robert Roode, affectionately known as the TNA World Tag Team Champions, bam, Beer Money, have been named the last 2 characters in the TNA Impact video game coming out this month from Midway! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Check it out! Whoa! I'm the Cowboy! I'm the Cowboy! We're awesome! Wait a minute. What?
I don't play video games. I drink too much to play video games. What the hell?